Not even just from on the field perspective, but maybe even classroom.
It's been surreal. I mean, it's a different type of classroom. You don't got to write no papers, more so just understanding, what you have to do. But it's been a blessing, man. Just remembering that it's what I dreamed as a little kid, and every day's a hard work day.
You guys have had a lot of NFL influence in the program you come from. Is there some things that are familiar for you?
From college to here.
Yeah.
I think.
Scheme perspective.
Yeah, still a lot of changes. You gotta get used to, the coaching. Everything's different, but there's still some things that are the same. I love the culture here. Head coach, everybody's really just on you, making sure you're coached right, and the bond that everybody has here. I feel that. That's what I felt at Ohio State as well. Only difference is you go from wearing red to blue. So the big difference.
So how you feel about wearing blue?
It feels good. Blessed to be a Colt, and this blue's a good color, and I'm just proud to be wearing it.
More serious though, did it hit you at all? Like, just, okay, man, this is my job now? Was it when you got your helmet, or even just got a practice jersey or something like that?
Yeah, I think it hit me right away, or after celebrating with the family. I think once I got here, or right after that day, it was like, all right, this is business, and the moment didn't really hit to where I was like, man, I'm really in the league until I put my jersey on and got out there for the first practice. But right then and there, I was like, all right, it's time. Whatever you dreamed about, talk to yourself. All the sacrifices you made for this time now, you can't just stop. It's time to kick it up another notch.
Today's your birthday, so how does today rank in terms of birthdays?
Thank you. It ranks high. I almost forgot it was my birthday this morning if it wasn't for my loved ones to text me. But it's man, you go from draft, graduated, birthday, wearing a Colts jersey. I mean, how much better can it get? It haven't even started off next year, but right now it's a very blessed time to be in.
And you talked about the night of the draft, how you're a big family guy and you like bonding with your teammates on the field and everything like that. What's that been like just in the last 24, 48 hours meeting your new teammates?
Yeah, I haven't met the vets, but just being around, I guess we're young guys now. Just being around young guys and a couple of the vets, it's been great. I mean, just continue to be who I am and just embrace everybody, as well as being a sponge and everything. Off and on the field, you can learn a lot from guys around you, and they have been around life more than you have, so they have a lot more wisdom. But it's been cool. It's an adjustment. You go from being with guys for 4 years, and now you're with your new brothers, and now it's time to get to know them as well.
If people just judge you just strictly on your numbers, they might think maybe he isn't maybe what we hope he's going to be. But I think, can you tell us, Ken, your game, it feels like it's bigger than just sack numbers, right? How would you kind of describe it?
Yeah, I feel like I'm all around player. I think big credit to Coach Knowles. He came in and challenged us. He came in my sophomore year and challenged us to drop, to be man on certain plays, to stick, to redirect, all the above, and that was just a way to showcase who I was as a player. I feel like there wasn't nothing I was limited to doing. He trusted me with everything, and on my side, I made sure I was focused. Meeting with the coaches, watching film with the whole staff, just understanding that if they want me to do this, I want to be, the best at my job. And, with that, I know the production doesn't show, but I think, the playoffs was just a little glimpse of, who I am as a person. Just, whatever the team needs me to do, I'll do it. I'll sacrifice my own to make sure we get a win, or just sacrifice my line to, get the job done.
And as part of that, like how big a focus is stopping the run for you as well, which is obviously something that's going to be a priority.
I mean, it has to be a priority. Your paycheck is rushing the passer, but in order to get the paycheck, you got to do work for it. So to do the work here is in the trenches. You got to stop the run, and if you don't love it, you got to learn to love it, or you have to force yourself to love it. So that's in order to rush the passes. You got to make sure you're very stout and tough and physical on that run plays.
Did click for you in that playoff run that let you just kind of get to another level?
Yeah, I think it was just all of us just, regrouping, especially after the big loss we took against Tijuana North. It was just a what now moment for all of us in the Woody, and times where it was more than a coach and player talk. It was more of a person to person, a family type of a family conference, you would say. And I think once we got there, we're like, hey, let's just let it go. And I think once we did that, and man, I mean, you guys seen the rest. We went on one of the greatest runs of college football history.
What did you learn about, I guess, pressure being at Ohio State? What did you learn about pressure being at Ohio State and high-ranked recruit? They put out dudes, at your position every year. So how do you think that pressure might have prepared you? What you learned about it?
Yeah, I think what I learned is finding who you are. Like you said, O State, they put out a great number of guys, and it's so easy to, get caught up in wanting to be just like them. But I had to realize, who was JT as a rusher, who was JT as a player, and you can take what they have done and learn from it, and just add it to what you can do well. And I think that was one thing I had to learn going throughout my 4 years, was being a craftsman of my own self.
Thank you.
One last unserious question.
Yeah.
You can say this one. So when you drive through Michigan, do you just say the state up north, or how does this work?
I've never drove through there. Yeah.
He goes around.